Hi everybody, this is AJ with Car Inspected. Today we are in Milton, Ontario, and we are looking at this 2008 BMW 535 Xi, silver in color. It's got 162,000 kilometers on it. Overall, it looks to be in pretty decent shape. I don't see any major repaints or accident damage. The headlights are starting to get a little sandblasted from driving. And there's a couple of little tiny scrapes and stuff here and there, but for the most part, it looks pretty decent. I did paint thickness verification, and there is no repainted panels. A couple of scratches on this passenger rear door, a little dent right here, and there's also a little bit of rust starting right here in this wheel well. Just starting here, and this is starting to come down a little bit. Taillights look pretty good. It does have a little bit of a bump in the back here. Again, just minor things. It is outfitted with an aftermarket exhaust, a kind of a resonator delete or muffler. I don't know which one is back there, resonator or muffler on this car, but it's gone. Like I said, the rest of it looks pretty decent shape. No rust in this corner. There is a dent here as well, and both quarter panel dog legs do have dents in them, and a couple of nicks here and there. All the windows are original BMW windows. We have no chips or scratch or anything like that. Some of the trim around the windshield is kind of dry rotten. It's falling apart. Around the back as well, starting to dry rot and fall apart, as you can see. But the windows are all in good shape, and they are all original BMW. Wheels and tires. It has snow tires on it right now. Good rides. They are from 2018. However, they are showing their mileage and age. They are worn on the outer edges and the front ones. There's about 730 seconds of tread on there, but like I said, that outer edge is getting pretty worn. We'll see if there's an alignment issue or these tires were from something else or what, as when we take it for a drive. Rotors are okay for now, a little rusted from sitting, a bit of a lip on them, and the pads on this are fairly low. There's about maybe 20% at the most left on them. You'll see photos. Underneath, you'll see better photos underneath, but for the most part, I don't see any real issues. Suspension components all look good, axle boots, all that stuff looks okay. I don't see any major leaks or anything like that under here. The passenger side front tire is pretty worn as well, these outer edges. So I'd say especially these front tires are pretty much done. They have a decent amount of tread, but I wouldn't use them for anything except getting it home to get new tires. Front rotors, again, are a little bit worn. They have a bit of a lip on them, and the pads are pretty worn as well. Underneath here, again, I don't see any signs of issue. Suspension looks pretty good. And there's no rust or broken plastic panels or anything like that under here. Cats are in place. Everything looks pretty good under here. Rear tires and brakes are the same good rides, and they're a little dry rotten, as you can see right there, and about 4 or 5/30 seconds. Rear brakes are a little better than the front. Rotors have a little bit of a lip on them, a little bit of gouging. Pads are pretty much done as well. If you can see that, you'll see better lit photos, but they're also pretty much down to change it time. Under here, rear suspension all looks good. Axles, again, all looks good. I don't see any leaks from the differential or anything like that. Everything seems to be in pretty nice shape underneath. And final wheel tire combo, same story. This tire's getting pretty dry rotten and pretty low, about 5/30 seconds. Brakes are similar, little gouging and very little pad left. Underneath here, everything looks pretty good as well. So we have no major issues underneath, which is nice. Look in the interior. Trunk pops, and it's all in good shape in here. We have a set of winter mats here, and carpet looks pretty nice. No major issues. Under here we do have the spare tire and jack. All that stuff is present and accounted for. And in here you'll see photos. We do have the wheel lock. There's no issues there. Interior of the back seats all look pretty good. Some spots could use some cleaning, but other than that, it looks pretty nice. Wood grain and everything is in really good shape, which a lot of times it's cracked in these Beamers. Carpets look nice, and the rear seats look nice as well. No rips or tears or anything like that. Center console works as it should. None of the hinges or clips or anything are broken. Wood grain, everything looks nice in there. Headliner looks pretty good. Minimal stain. There's one little one right here. Other than that, it looks pretty nice. Passenger front also looks pretty good. Door panels look nice. Again, no cracks or signs of issue. Front seat looks good. Power does work. Everything else looks good. Seat tops and everything. No rips or tears or anything like that. For the most part, the interior is pretty nice in this vehicle. A lot of times Beamers of this vintage look a little beat up, but this one's pretty good. All the owner's manuals and literature is in here with no issues. This cup holder doesn't seem to open. Maybe a clip or something, but this one works. Wood grain looks nice, dash top looks nice. No, none of those issues. We'll go around to the passenger side. Oh. And this side looks good as well. Door panel looks nice, no major issues. Seat looks good, a couple of weird marks. It looks like they could probably clean off, but I don't want to touch them and see, but they are there. And again, carpets and everything look pretty good. A couple of foot marks here and there, but nothing too big. Driver's front door panel looks good. A little bit of wear and tear on this handle and switches, as usual. And the carpet looks good up here as well. All this looks pretty nice. A little bit of marks here and there on the seat, but nothing too bad. You get in the interior. Dash top looks good. A little bit of wear on the top of steering wheel, but nothing too bad. Wood grain all looks pretty nice, etc. This all looks good. All these compartments, everything works with no issues. That's pretty good. What else? So we're gonna pop the hood, and then we're gonna come back and start it up. So for the most part, there's nothing majorly wrong under here. However, I do see what looks like the typical oil leak at this flange by the oil filter. You can see all that leakage in there, goes down there. It also looks like, if we look around the spark plug side, there is an oil leak, valve cover leak, which again I think is pretty typical for these cars, so we do see some of that. There's no frothing or anything in the oil. Due to the no dipstick in BMWs, I can't take an accurate reading. I did take a reading from some oil on the edge here, and we got a green light, but like I said, I cannot take one from inside the motor because BMW doesn't think you need a dipstick. Coolant is right here. It looks pretty good to -43. It is a little brown, so can't really tell if I don't think there's much oil in it or anything like that, but it is a little brown. It might be a little bit of oil in it because of this. You can see the photos. Battery is pretty good. We were sitting at a little over 12 and charging at a little over 14. So we have no issues there. All the belts and hoses, etc., look pretty good. There is some blow-by here. So we do have some blow-by spots, things like that. Typical of a car of this age, but like I said, some of those typical issues are this oil, this gasket, and valve covers, which we do have that issue. We do have some codes, quote unquote, not present. So you will see those in the report. We're going to start it up. You can hear it run for a minute. And this is the exhaust in the back. You can hear that kind of ticking noise. You can hear mostly back here. So there you have it. 2008 BMW 535. We're going to take it for a test drive now and see how it works. It doesn't hesitate in the startup, which is a known sign of fuel pump issues. We'll take it on a ride and see if it's how its power is and how its shifting is, etc. As usual, thanks for watching. This is AJ with Car Inspected. We'll see you next time.